Hey everybody, it's Vic Merck from Team Relinquish. This past weekend, on Saturday, I went to the Kissimmee Regional, where I ended up playing Kashtira. It was 9 rounds of Swiss. I ended up going 6-3. I lost the last 2 rounds. I was undefeated for the first 4 rounds, lost the 5th round to the 2nd place. And yeah, I'll go over my matchups. Round 1 was against Trap Tricks. I won 2-0. I lost the die roll, by the way. I went second both games. Round 2 was against Labyrinth. I won 2-0 as well. But technically 1-0, because by the time we were going to start the second game, since game 1 took 37 minutes, but by the time we would have started the second game, he would have set 5 and I would have played and I would have won just because of that. But same difference. Once again, I lost the die roll. Round 3 was against Tri Brigade Sprite. I ended up 2-0ing them as well. I won the die roll for that one. Round 4 was against Sprite Gishki. I 2-0'd them as well. They scooped game 1. I won the die roll, of course. They scooped game 1 after I was going to look inside the extra deck. They decided not to let me and just decided to scoop. And then didn't draw optimal at all game 2. Round 5, I played against the 60-card Sprite Adventure deck. They ended up taking 2nd place. He's been on our channel before, Jad. He 2-0'd me. He was my first game loss of the day, let alone match loss. Yeah, he drew nuts with that deck. Round 6 was Labyrinth. Now, this guy I play almost every regional in Kissimmee and Hollywood, Florida that I go to. I 2-0'd him this time. It was just unfortunate for him. Round 7, I played against Adventure Kashtira. He was the first person I actually went to game 3 with. I ended up winning game 3 though. We had a weird thing that happened as well. One of my cards ended up in his deck after game 1. And he ended up drawing it for turn, and we did not know what to do at first. But we got it taken care of, and we got to finish the match at least. Actually, that was game 3 that happened. Round 8, I lost to Jeremy Mitchell. He was playing Melfi Sprite. I ended up losing 2-0. We got deck check after game 1, and yeah, I just wasn't able to really do much. And then round 9, I lost to another friend of mine. He was playing Brandon Despia. I lost game 3 to him. He drew double Lancia, so there wasn't much I could do. When my hand was, I think, Prosperity, Fenrir, Rise Heart. No, not Rise Heart, but Kashtira Tier Elements and something else. It was all cards that pretty much needed to be banished and for me able to do something, and I couldn't do anything. Okay, we can just get straight on to the deck profile now. Okay, so like I said earlier, I'm playing Kashtira, just pure Kashtira. I'll start off with deck profile. It's 3 Unicorn, 3 Fenrir, and 3 Rise Heart. Now these are pretty standard. I know some people cut this down to 2. Some people were even thinking about 1. I like 3. I like being able to see it. Lets me be able to do something at least if I brick. Next for the 1-of Kashtiras, the 1 Ogre, the 1 Tear Element, and then the 1 Scareclaw. Playing the trap is good. Being able to search Big Bang is good because then you're actually able to do the 5 zone lock, which I actually only did once the entire tournament because every time I either kept getting impermed or ash. So, but I won most of the games that happened, so it's whatever. Oh, and for the tier element, it's good to have the 2nd extender. So if you draw one of them and are able to search the other one, then you can for sure do the full lock 5 zones and have a Rise of Heart on field. Next, for the hand traps, I played triple Ash and double Nibiru. Now, this card is in here because it's actually good this for me, even though a lot of people were trying to stop on 4 summons. Most of the decks I was playing against could not stop on 4 summons. So it actually came up pretty handy. But It was also there for Crossout, which you'll see later on. It just didn't do as much as really. I think I only got nibbed once or twice too, which isn't bad. And then Ash, it's Ash. It's one of the best hand traps. Next is going to be 3 field spell and 1 terraforming. So that was it for monsters. You need to play as many copies as you can for consistency. Next, 3 Theosis and also 3 Birth. These actually kind of get sided out game 2 and 3, or at least when I'm going second, they get sided out because they're not as great by themselves. Well, it's not really that important to see that. I want to kind of see my side cards, because a lot of my side cards are just going second cards to break boards. But they are great like this, of course, and that's normal. Next, more consistency, 3 prosperity. Some people are thinking about cutting this. I don't really see why. It still works. Just gets you to your cards. Next, for protection, I played 3 Crossout Designator, double Lance, and double Book of Eclipse. Originally, I was playing 3 of this in my list. I was not playing these at all. And this card has actually came up good in testing, but didn't actually get used the way I wanted it to at this regional. One of the only times I used it, I called Nib just to get another material for my Rise Heart, just so I can kill my opponent the next turn. I don't even think I really drew Book of Eclipse, and Lance was actually good. It helped me a lot in the Labyrinth matchup. Next, for the traps, I played the last 3 hand traps. I need 3 Imperms, and then 1 Big Bang and 1 Preparations. I ripped 1 card from someone's hand, and I did not get to use this really at all. The one time I activated, they got rid of one of my monsters, so it didn't even resolve. So yeah. That's it for the main deck. It was 42 cards. Now for the extra deck, of course. Well, first of all, write my team up and have myself in the extra deck as tokens. For the extra deck, I played the 1 Bear and the Fleur. It's either this or Changing, or play both. I summoned it once. Lingariba was in case I got Iblied. Since I'm not playing Ibly now, I played it in my original build, but I didn't really see the need for it now. Everyone's playing this card, and this card didn't come up once. It just got banished off Prosperity. The Infinite Track Goliath. The whole purpose is to be banished off Prosperity and make a Rise Heart can't be destroyed by card effect. Donner, just to get tokens and Ibly and stuff off field, and then pop a card, but never came up. And then I also played this in case I played against Kashtira Scareclaw. Sorry, that's my son in the background. He wanted to join the video. He never came up. He never played against that matchup, and it just got banished off Prosperity. Next, for the Xyz, the cards that actually mattered. Of course, 2 Shangri-Ira. That is the normal. Sometimes I do think about playing 3. I play the 1 Big Eye, the 1 Dark Arm, the Dragon of Annihilation, 1 number 68. I thought about playing this at 2 before, just never really came up. This card I would play at 2 if I had a second one, but I just don't right now. And then the 1 Flare Metal. I actually made this twice this tournament. I made it once against the Traptrix player and then once against Sherman Mitchell, but that one didn't matter. But this one, during the Traptrix player, I literally made it game 1. I left them at 300, so I made this and said, yeah, activate something. And the last 4 Xyz are, of course, double Rise Heart, because you have to play at least 2. I thought about playing 3, though. I just had to pick up a 3rd. And then double Zeus. If you play against the mirror match, which I only played 1, normally Zeus is the first one to go. Last and all is just the side deck. Triple Lava Golem, of course, we're going second against any deck that's trying to put up more than 1 monster. Spell and trap removal, of course, in the Feather Duster and Triple Twin Sisters. Double D-Barrier for going first, of course, against Mirror Match, against Branded. Did not see it against Branded, saw it against the Mirror Match, though. triple solemn judgment, of course, also for going first, and it's just to stop evenly and stuff like that. And then, of course, triple evenly because this card is busted this format. Not many decks really end with Omni Negate or at least Spell and Trap Negate, so this card just wins the game. I did also side this in all the time when I try to side in all the time whenever I was going first, so I could hit it with cross out if they use it on me, but it just never ended up coming up. The one time I got even lead, I did not draw a cross out or even side it in, so it didn't matter. So, alright, so guys, that's my deck. Of course, shout outs to my team, Team Relinquish, shout out to Roots, shout out to Roots for giving me the Euro print cards. Of course, shout out to Azani, shout out to Jason, who actually was doing pretty good. He was undefeated for a couple rounds. Happy about that. Shout out to Julie, shout out to Pichu, shout out to everyone from South Florida and Jacksonville. Yeah, see y'all later.